selling. So focus on selling benefits to people. Number 3, you are not selling products, you are selling yourself. People, do you? A lot of people don't even know this. Do you know? I don't care who is deceiving you, and how smart you think you are, and how rational you think you are. Do you know that only 15% of people, okay, or 15% of the time, you buy based on rationale.
Yes, that's true.
85% of the time, you buy on emotions.
Mm.
85%. 85%. 85%. That's the truth. On emotions. We currently have 2 brand ambassador marketing our company. We have Obesere and Kola Olotse. Because the 2 of them are from Ibadan. They live there. Obesere is even from Ibadan. Anytime you're on their show, the way these people talk about when are you coming to Ibadan? Well, it's almost as if Ibadan is better than Lagos. Talking of people reaching out from Germany, from Italy, why? Because most of the people following those guys are people from Ibadan who follow them based on sentiment or now our guy from the same, we come from the same state. So now they are pushing the brand. People are saying, no, we want our own state, build something for our state. Now tell me if that is not emotions. That's emotions. Because Ibadan land cannot exactly. Ibadan land cannot appreciate better than Lagos. We know that for the fact. You can't get the kind of appreciation that you are getting in Lagos, in Ibadan. But they want Ibadan because it's emotions that drive sales. Now, why is that critical? Because once you know this, then you know that you must emotionally connect with the people you're selling with. Because people don't buy product, they buy individuals. Today, if you gather 100% of our customers, 80% will tell you they bought because of your MD. That I bought that your MD, that he's a young man, but he's going far. They tell me, so I know. So the truth now is, were they really buying land? Let's be realistic. Or they were buying my personality.
That's it.
Okay, so you do not. Number 3, understand that you don't sell product, you are selling yourself. So once you know this, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you connect with the people, the way you quickly find what connects both of you quickly, emotionally, what connects both of you. For example, one of the things I tell people oftentimes is that when I meet people, I want to quickly know what state is he from. Not because I'm really a state person, but if it's Hausa, thank God I speak Hausa. If it's Igbo, I must find some. If it's Yoruba, Omobonisa. You want where they are from, because this quickly creates a mutual bond between both of you. Sharp. You are already telling them that my wife, if they are Igbo, you people are my in-law, because my wife's grandmother is Igbo. So from there, our in-law, you give me discount. They've connected.
That's it.
If they are wealthy, very wealthy people, and they travel a lot, I talked to them. I was in France the other day. In fact, I thank God. By the time we are done with the traveling conversation, they'll say, "Hey, send me the account number. We're going to pay." Because people buy. But some of you will not sit down. The teaching details. You need to understand. Our product is original. Who would say they are buying you?
Yes, sir.
As they buy into your person, they will. But I remember one of my friend, which is a mutual friend, he talked about one day he went to a family to sell house to them, and they had a lot of conversation about the property, and then at the end of the day, he says, "I'm so sorry, I'm a Christian. I like when I visit people, I pray with them." So he said, why not? Let's pray. So he started praying for them. At the end of the day, they have told him that they will get back to him. After prayer, I just said, "Please hold on. We want to go and bring the check." He said, What happened? Shebi, you say you get back to say, we told God that anybody who comes here and pray with us, is the one we will buy from. But I am sure that my friend will have noticed that they were religious people.
Yeah.
I'm very sure he will have noticed. I said, this one, let's pray. He didn't even know that they have cast a flea, that whoever prays with us is the one we will buy from. People don't buy, based on logic or rationale. They buy because of emotion. And we are saying number three, you then need to use your personality to connect with them. So when you are doing selling, that shouldn't be the day you remember your late mother. That if you listen to the best motivational message before you go and meet that customer, you better listen to it. You must be smiling, you must be excited, you must be in your best, because it is you they are buying, not your product. So one more point before we start taking questions. Guys, if you are getting value, can you all type, I am getting value. I am getting value. Come on, guys, talk to me. If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. By the way, I'm Steve.
Awesome, bro.
Yes, great. I'm Stephen Akintayo. I'm Africa's most sought after investment coach, and we're sharing selling from zero to hero. And we've shared 3 points so far. Number one point that we shared, who can remember? Can somebody remember the first point that we shared? Anybody? Okay, Richard, you can remember the first point.
Yeah, he's there. I've written it. Love selling.
Okay, you must love selling.
I love
Then
selling.
number 2 point that we
Sell the
shared.
benefit.
Okay, sell the benefits and not the product. Number 3, sell yourself.
Yeah.
Understand that it is you they are buying and not the product you are selling. Number 4, which I think is very, very important, is give some discount, even if it will have to cut off from your commission. I need you to know that people buy out of the fear of loss than the joy of gain. So give them some discount and use that concept of discount to create urgency and scarcity around the product. And even if that will mean you are losing a little bit, it's okay. Because I need you to know that customers are actually human beings who are actually naturally selfish and greedy. That's how we're wired. So until I feel I have cheated you one way or the other, I'm not necessarily interested in buying from you. Until I have that feeling that I have gotten the best deal. Okay? So if your company, maybe you sell something and they give you 10%, let the person know that, if you are ready to pay today, I am willing to waive 5% off out of my commission. So in other words, let's say the product is 1 million. And you then know you have to sell it for 1 million. Your commission will be 100,000. You can let the person know that, you know what, pay 950,000 and explain to them that I get 10% commission. Okay, I'm willing to tell the company to take off 50,000 from my commission and give me 50,000. In some cases, if they are wealthy, they will even tell you that, don't worry, if you can be willing to do this for me, you're a serious guy, I will still pay you the entire 1 million. Some, of course, may not, but either way, they most likely will buy from you. Discount is one of the most powerful principles to selling, because you need to know, when I teach about investment and people building their wealth, one of the things I tell them is that discount, okay, is your second income. Discount is your second income. So I always tell people, ask for discount. I don't care where you are. I go to big supermarkets to buy stuff, and people are always surprised. I will tell them, I say, I want discount. They say, okay, as big as you are, I say, it don't matter. You can say, I no get shit. I want discount because that is my second income. So you be willing. Right now, our company is doing 50% anniversary promo, and you will be shocked. We're selling land as though we're selling biro. It was crazy. And at some point, I had to be asking, is there COVID at all? Right? People are buying land like this. And I'm talking of property of 3 million, 4 million. Is there COVID? People could afford this. But it's because they know they are getting a good deal. 50% this guy, no joke. Our next promo is 40% discount on 2 new estates we're launching. So people want some discount. They want it. And use that and leverage on that. And I promise you, you'll move from zero to hero. Like in my story, we started our business with 1,000 naira selling bulk SMS. I remember our first 30 million naira deal. Most people didn't know. I literally didn't make up to, in fact, I didn't make up to 20%. I didn't even make up to 10% in profit. And it was the reason why the customer did business with me. That we have checked everywhere and we saw that you are giving us the best deal. And that year we did over 100 million. This was 2015. And that was the year we went into real estate. And today we built billions of naira in property asset, and we're going to billions of dollars. So you can replicate the result that we got, but you need to know that your pathway to that is that you need to master the art of selling. Ultimately, the most successful people in the world are great salesmen. You look at Steve Jobs. We connected with Steve Jobs. It wasn't just Apple we connected with Steve Jobs, with his shirt, and his pants, and it comes simple, and his dressing was simple as the phone he was selling to us. It was Steve Jobs we connected with. He sold himself to us. That was why we're buying Apple today. We connected with the person. And so you need to know that you are not a selling product. You're selling yourself, but the secret of selling is ultimately what makes you a successful entrepreneur and what ultimately makes you wealthy. Because all the rich people in the world that you know, they are the master salespeople. So I'm recommending 2 books. The book 1 is The Greatest Salesman That Ever Lived. This book 2 that I'm recommending is Biology. Biology, that's Buyology. Those 2 books are going to do you good. They're amazing books I've read, and they've been a blessing to me. I want to thank Richard and his partner for inviting me, and the entire team of Duce campaign. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. I'm willing to take your questions now.
Okay, sir. I believe a lot of people have questions. So while they are typing their questions, let me ask on behalf of some people. For example, how do you increase or grow your self-esteem? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, because some people, they are so shy. They don't even know how to face crowd or talk face somebody and sell a particular product. So how do you actually, or is there a strategy you can apply to boost your self-esteem so that you can be able to increase it?
Very good question. Thank you for asking that question. That's a fantastic question that you're asking. Reality is this: everybody can sell, and everybody is shy. I tell people today, in fact, one of the people who worked with me, we went to the same secondary school, and if you ask her who was the rector in secondary school, she's a quiet guy. We don't, hardly talking, at least the little I know. So some of us that today we look as if we're good at talking and we can face the crowd, we actually cultivate it. I tell people there's no born doctor. There's no born lawyer. You don't wake up and you say, you know what, I was born a lawyer. There's not, in fact, we don't allow a born doctor operate on you. So there's no born salesman. There's no born leader. You cultivate the habit by reading, by also meeting, connecting, relating, listening to very confident people. I mean, the role someone like Bishop Oyedepo had played in my life is no joke. The role someone like Dr. Pebao had played in my life is no joke. I mean, I will go for meeting that I will know doctor doesn't know what he's saying. Even me, I know better. He will still use his Ogboju to finish the OT. And he'll come out with a check of 5 million. For something that I know how to do it, I can't get 100,000. Right? So when you start dealing, and that's why you need mentorship. When you deal with certain mentors, right, they have a way of boosting your self-esteem and your confidence. And you need to also know that this thing is also a seasonal thing. There's a way you succeed that your esteem just keep doing well. There's a way something hits you that you see that esteem will go down. So again, you need to pump it up again. And that's why the role of reading books, having mentors, relating with people who are at that point of emotional strength and stability, and success is contagious, is replicatable. So the same thing with confidence and boldness. Over time, you are dealing with certain people, you will just catch the thing and just see yourself. No matter what, I see some staff come join our company, timid, they can't talk. Months later, I'm seeing them the way they are even commanding authority. Hey, let's do it now. Now, I'm like, is it the same guy that couldn't even say anything when he started? So, reading books, getting materials, as well as getting mentors who have what you desire is a powerful tool. I mean, if not for my relationship, joining, picking Bishop Oyedepo as a mentor, I won't be this confident in business. If not for my experience with Dr. Pebawo, I won't be, because some of these things too, you have to see people do it and say, okay, if these people, because sometimes when you're analyzing why you are timid, it's because you're always thinking you are not adequate, you are not perfect, you don't have it figured out, that everything is not perfected. That's usually what kills our self-esteem. It's always the conversation around, do I have it all covered, have I perfected it? Meanwhile, once you actually relate with all these people who are doing, and you now realize that it's not like they have it all figured out too. So when you meet, you have a closer encounter with others who are succeeding, you realize that they're not that like they have it all figured out. It has a way of boosting your own confidence to say, hey, so people don't get this good just because they know it all or they have all the answers. Obviously, people get it good because they are confident and about themselves.
Wow, that has solved so many questions because looking at it now, sir, I just want to ask this question. So I believe you've get several clients from the private to individuals to what do you call it, corporates all over. Now, how do you deal with angry clients or angry customers? For example, I sell a particular product to you, and along the way, maybe something happened and I couldn't deliver my promise to you. Some people just call you and begin to ask, how do you handle, or you want to pitch your product to a particular firm or a client, and you know that whoever you're putting on that seat, they've told you that this person Ogbena
It's
Zone,
always
there's nothing. So how do you enter? I had one experience. I went to one office years ago.
By the way you position your camera is cutting off your head. So if you
Oh,
can
okay,
put it a little bit up, a little bit up,
okay.
a little bit more, it's
How
still
about now?
cutting your. Um, no, we just need to see your full head. So
The
if
issue,
you can move the camera this way,
the issue
just
is
this
that
way.
okay. How about now? Is it okay?
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
Good.
So the question is, I had an experience. I went somewhere to do a presentation. That was years ago. I'm talking about 7, 8 years ago. The moment I entered that office and I just did an introduction that I'm the CEO of so and so and so, this man just went on fire. Who made you CEO? Who made you? I couldn't sell anything again. I had to just leave his office. So imagine such an experience or other angry clients or angry. So how do you handle such? How do you get back your strength from such events or such experience?
Well, that's a fantastic question. I feel that the truth is this, that we are in a world where people always have bad days, and every day comes with its own evil, as they say. And so you cannot leave out the fact that you will meet some angry people. There are a couple of things to do. One is try to be of your own best behavior. Try to show some empathy, and I think that works. For example, you could see somebody is pissed off and say, sir, I wouldn't know why you're this angry. I'm very sure I'm not the cause of it, but I can understand. In fact, the situation of this country is enough to run anybody mad. And I want to, even though I'm not the one that I believe caused this, but on behalf of whoever did this to you, I want to say I'm sorry. Now you could still get the person, say, I don't want to hear anything. Of course, you politely you leave. But in some cases, they may end up calling you back and say, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. And you were quite so perfect. Even with my attitude, you kept your cool, you kept your composure, and so you want to make sure you keep your composure, even to the point of blocking customers who are angry. I am still polite. I've had customers I say, with due respect, sir, your attitude and your words are not helping us to have a good conversation. And I notice you keep coming back and attacking me. I will have to block you. But I'm going to be sending one of my colleagues to reach out to you. So at that point, bring in a mediator. Okay, and sometimes it takes mediator one, then that mediator one can need to even say, okay, you know what, I want my superior, because some of them just want superior conversation, that somebody who is a superior is talking to them. So if, for example, you are not the owner of the company, and you're talking to an angry client, say, maybe but please, will you be willing to talk to my boss? Right? In fact, in some CRM, it may be your colleague rather, but the person will come in and still act as your boss. Say, hello, sir, how are you? My name is Kiniko. I'm the VP. A company has done it for me before. Everybody in that company, in fact, they started later, I'm the VP. Later, no, I think the first person was I'm the MD. Then before you know, I'm VP. Then at some point, I'm the president. It was later I realized that just those people were even the, but they have mastered the art. So I remember I kept quiet. Emily called VP. Only for them to redo it again. The next time I was yelling, I don't want to hear anybody. I said, please, the president is about to call you. President of a corporation. How are you, your people? So sometimes we want to be shifting it from one senior person to the other. But I mean, you win some, you lose some. But one critical thing is try to keep your own cool. But even if you lose your cool, always make sure mediators get involved. There is somebody else who is neutral who comes in to try and help out. But you can't do it with angry clients or people who are. I mean, there's no.
Okay, we have a question on the screen. I'm going to read it out. It says, how do you sell to friends and family without seeming like you are taking advantage of the relationship?
Fantastic question. I think it's a good question, and I feel that this is one of the biggest mistakes that people make. Particularly if you are selling high net worth product, never start with friends and family. You can start raising investment with friends and family, but not selling, right? Particularly if it's high net worth product. Reason because let's assume you're selling a land of 10 million. Right, these were family members who know the day you were trekking. They even know the day your uncle was begging for money from them. They know. They know your story. Then you are now say hello, come and buy property 10 million, say 419. You to join our 419, right? Because they just can't relate with it. So I tell people, I said, what I do when I start is I target non-family members, but I make family members see my exploits. So much so that they are the ones that are now come, and you will see as somebody say, you are doing so well. See, imagine you didn't tell we your family members. Okay, you think we can't afford that? We patronize you. It's better that we there's dignity in it. Even in my church, when I started, I never really, sold my product among circles of friends. I remember the day one of my pastor came to our office and said, I didn't know you are doing this well. Okay, why didn't you tell us? I said, well, I didn't want it to look like I'm taking advantage and I'm using church relationship to sell. Or I'm taking advantage, So same thing with family members. I mean, since our advert has started running on CNN, I mean, all manner have reached out to me, from people who went to school to family members to, at that point, that's even when you now start selling to them, because your results start making your insults at that point. So, and you have leverage at that point, because they are already seeing your good work, they are seeing your success story, and they already say, you're doing well. So at that point, it's premium you will sell to them. I remember having a guy we went to school together. When I started our business, he used to mock me. Because we had this alumni group, I used to advertise there. So he will always attack me. Are you the only one selling? Every day you are marketing on this group. What's wrong with you? And as God will do it, a time came, we've changed level, things are doing well. He now was very broke and needed something he could do to raise funds. He came back to me. Do you know I sold to him double the price? Intentionally, because for me, he has to pay for the insult now. I mean, and he paid. He had no choice. I sold double the price. Because I needed to be paid for the insults I endured with him.
That's
So I
true.
made sure I paid, so, but you don't want to start with family members at the beginning. You should, in my advice, start, but let them see your success, let them see your result, so that by themselves they are the ones that are coming to you. Particularly when it's high net worth products, that you're dealing with, high net worth products and services. Yeah.
Okay. I think, please, viewers, if you have any question, write your question because we're taking the last two questions now. We're shutting down.
Guys, if you're
Um,
enjoying this, can you tap I'm enjoying this? Come on, guys. I like
okay.
interaction. I don't like when we're talking and you're just watching. Oh, good job. Don't say it to your mind. Say it so that I hear.
Can
I
we have
deserve
it?
some accolade. Huh?
Can we put in some accolade on this chat for Mr. Stephen Akintayo? If you have been enjoying the value has been given. All right, let's go. Let's see the numbers coming in. If you are enjoying this right now, put it on the screen. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. You are getting this for free because we want to give back to society.
Yeah.
We want to help people. That's why we have somebody like Mr. Akintayo on this platform. Now, let me just
Amazing.
ask this question.
Thank you so much. I can see a lot of your comments. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Yes. The next
Let me ask this
question.
question. It's going to be a two-in-one question. The first one is, how do you, for example, now most people say they are into marketing, they sell, but how do you determine products that can sell within, and how do you determine when to sell this particular product? For example, there are seasons for selling. There are products that can sell. How do you? I want to start a particular business. I want to sell something. How do I determine what to sell and when I can sell that particular product? Is it that when Ebola is selling, I can sell when Ebola is selling, or when chicken is selling, I can sell, or is it when this particular person is selling? So how do I determine which product do I sell and when do I sell that? Is there a way I can know that?
Okay. Definitely another good question. I think you need to be to study times and seasons. A lot of us, and this is why we need to always be current. Current affairs is quite important. For example, I've heard a lot of people say this is not a good time to sell property, but it's been the contrary with me. I mean, we sold more during COVID than we ever did before COVID, and it was because during COVID, I still was working from home, and I was studying the pattern. I was trying to study what is peculiar. So first thing I realized was people were willing to spend post COVID or during COVID, but they wanted to pay lesser. So I knew that we needed to enter the market with some form of discount, with some form of promo, and when we did, it worked. So what I will say is that how to know a product that works, in a particular season is to actually understand the seasons and understand the value that is relevant to the season, right? So, for example, tourism cannot work during COVID. Don't waste your time, okay? But pharmaceuticals will work, food delivery will work, real estate will work. I mean, food items have gone up like crazy. Okay, so this is the best time to farm. Okay, real estate is also good if you know how to spin it in a way that they can relate. For example, we are able to spin real estate to say, look, forex is, is more volatile now than any time before. um, Shares, okay, has been going up and down. It's not reliable. But if you are putting your money into real estate, it's there. At least you can hold your property. It's not going anywhere. And plus, you know that property always appreciate, particularly in Africa. So you're able to say, look, where to tie your money, because inflation is hitting that money. And all currencies of the world are being devalued. That's why even US printed extra 2 trillion and then later 6 trillion. That means the US dollar is losing value. That's how this thing. So by being able to have that kind of conversation, they are also saying autonomy, meaning if I don't quickly use this 2 million naira to tie something of value down, I will probably have to use 4 million naira to buy the same thing I could have bought with 2 million, and that's just the truth. So find a way to spin your product and services to the season, to the issues at hand, to the to meeting the needs of the people as at the time you are trying to sell. That way, they could see how the product solves their problem and how it is relevant to the season at hand. And I think with that, it goes a whole long way in helping you to sell. But you can always, but also you need to know, and I think this is also another strategy, that social capital is also another powerful tool, because there's a level you get to, and I'm getting to that level, where it doesn't even matter what you are selling. It's just that your name is involved, right? So which is another dimension to this. And that works by goodwill, social capital, how you've added value to people, the good things you've done. I mean, look at how many of us actually know Ibidun Godalo. Let's be realistic. How many of us actually? But we're all talking about her. Why? Because somehow, she's taught so many lives that it's making everybody talk about the good she's done. What is that telling you? That's telling you that was somebody who had what we call social capital heavy. That's it. So another thing that can help you to be able to sell at any season is when you have social capital. I remember some staff told me, said somebody called the office and said, I'm buying from you because your boss is a good man. I saw how he was feeding people in Ajegunle, how he was reaching out to people in IDP camp. He's a good man. I will do business, and I'll call my friend to do business with him. During the weekend, we had a promotion we're doing on Kola Olotu's fan page with Obesere. And and they were saying that, look, this land is legit, this company is credible. I remember somebody said, even if it is 419, as long as Obesere is involved, I will still buy. So you see what we're saying that. So they say, if it's 419, because of this reason, I will still buy. So those are also factors. One is you can always find a way to spin what you are selling to make it relevant to the season and make squeeze out the benefit in the season with it. The other one is also that you can build your social capital to a level where anything you put your name on, people are interested.
Okay, so someone with a question, Timmy said, sir, since anyone can be a salesman, can anyone sell about anything?
If you know how to evolve the benefits of the product, yes, you can. You can. Ultimately, okay, let me give you an example. How did Donald Trump become the president of America? Let's be realistic. Is it because of his political experience? How many experience does he have politically? Okay, I mean, we need to say this thing, how? So how did he become the president? How much experience does he have? How much? So he obviously didn't become the president of America because he's had political experience, but because he's a good salesman. That's the truth. You heard the election. I studied the election. I was saying that the previous debate, was it not 6 million people? Now, for 24 million people came to watch the debate. I won't say it's me they came to watch. I'm humble. I mean, crazy guy. I won't say it was me they came to watch. I'm not going to say it was me that they've come to watch. But they came out bigly, bigly. So Donald Trump became the president of America because he knows how to sell. So somehow, I mean, whether he's now doing a good job or not, you can argue over that. But you understand the art of selling. The same thing. Did Buhari become the president of Nigeria because he was the most competent person in Nigeria to lead Nigeria? At least now you have the answer. If I said this during the election, we all know now that wasn't the factor. But what happened? We got good salespeople who were able to market the personality of Buhari to us. They so marketed him that they used him on suit with his grandson. You thought those things were a mistake. In fact, guess what? The person who shot that picture said the Holy Ghost gave him the idea. Is that serious? Yeah, he said he was on fasting and praying. That those people they need to remove that general look out of the guy because everybody was still seeing in that light of general military guy. Who all that general thing. Bring suits, Jare. Bring his grandson, smiling, all smiling. Did we not vote? Okay, so ultimately, anyone can sell anything as long as you can evolve, bring out the value in it for those people. Remember, human beings are ultimately selfish. As long as you can show human beings the value in what you are selling for them, not you. If you can show them that there's a value in it for them, they will do business with you.
Sir, final question. This is the last question. Just came in now from Rajo Lighton. He said, "Sir, as a fashion designer in a highly competitive industry, how does one differentiate your product and brand from others?" She runs a fashion industry.
Fantastic, and I love that. I think again, don't forget. I think one of the biggest take home in this entire training, and don't forget it, 85% of people buy out of emotions, or 85% of the time you buy is actually out of emotions. Right? Don't let that be the biggest and the biggest take home. So the question is, now you're a fashion designer, what emotion can you use to sell your product? It's as simple as that. What emotion? I know a lady that I saw who was she's from Congo originally, but she's based in Baltimore, right? And she's never been to Congo, but her generation is from Congo. And she sells with the sentiment of Congo, that this is an African fashion, blah blah blah, Congo, and Kode Congo, right? And this lady already has a foundation that a portion of her proceed goes to something they do in Congo, and people, right? That's the emotion. So most Africans in diaspora, and we're many, are saying, yeah, instead of buying from all these racist white people, yes, up Congo attire, Congo. Meanwhile, she's funkifying the whole design. It's still Baltimore American design. Once in a while she looks African fabric into the thing like that. But we all know. But she's brought in that emotion of this is Tiwantiwa, is Africa. I mean, how did Adenuga sell glow to us? He used the logo of green, which was Nigerian logo, came out and told us this is our own. Got Sonny Ade, all of them, they all were singing, Tiwa. I remember, that yes, our own, glow with pride needs. Finally, we Nigerians who can do it. Show them. We all got. My first thing was glow, just out of the sense whether glow was better or not. It was glow. The sentiment that this is our own, we must support our own person. So find the emotion, the emotional part of, and it should be authentic. You can't fake this one. Find the part that that people connect with. I love to give. I mean, you know me. is something I have been doing for years. It took me years before somebody told me, said, "You look." I think that was one of those people said, "All these things you do in secret, you need to know that it can help your business if you let people know." Right? Many of them will connect with you. It's you anyway. You're not doing. You know you are not doing for them. You'll be doing over the years when nobody knows you. So, but why not put it out on social media? Some of the good things you've done, and it changed our brand. So find what is authentic, is real, is true, but but people connect with it. Right? But that's your authentic side, because if it's not true to you, at some point you will not be consistent with it. So people will then know that you did 419 for them. So find whatever you're doing, find a way to look for what part of this thing we do, okay, connect with people's emotions. And you can always ask yourself, what part of my strength, what part of my values, what part of our value as a company connects with people's emotion, that we can then leverage on that to promote our brand. I hope I've answered that question.
Yes, sir. We are very, very grateful for your time. You are a very busy person. To even have you here today, we thank God. And I believe everybody has gotten point.
Another
Next week,
time.
we're still going to have you on this platform again.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll
Well,
be going to
once you
have you
have
this
done
time
it, I
because
kept,
with what we have on the
yeah. Yeah, I was just apologizing for the other times that we kept, I couldn't make it. I think you guys got it right now. You reach out to Mohammed, and Mohammed has a way
okay.
of, so he kept doing reminder. I don't know who was able to get in touch with him, so he kept on my neck, and we're able to make it happen. So I'm happy.
We understand the schedule of a busy man, sir. Then, sir, finally, somebody just sent this, and I want us to squeeze in. Is it right to market a bad, I can't say this, a bad, poor performing product? Is it right to market a bad, poor performing product?
I mean, the answer is definitely no. I mean, is there a way? I don't. But again, I will say this. I've always said this a lot of time. There is no bad product. There's only a bad marketer.
I think that's the question. Yeah.
So the only way you know a product actually is bad is that you will have many. Let me give you an example. How I will know a product is bad is that 100 people bought this pen from me, and guess what? Between 70 to 80% will want their money back after they got the pen, because they would then have realized it wasn't working well. They were not having the best experience with it. So what people often call bad products, I'm talking from the perspective of we salespeople, because this is a training for salespeople, is actually there is you that you are not actually good at selling. That's the reality, right? So you just feel that because you are focused on selling the like I said, the futures instead of the benefits. So because you are selling the futures, and people will tell you they want a better future, but if you are able to sell the benefits, I mean, okay, let me give you an example. Why should the same car, that costs Toyota, will cost you average of $30,000? It's a car. Why will BMW cost you, $100,000? Then why will a G-Wagon cost you $200,000? Then why will a Ferrari cost you 500,000? Now why will Lamborghini cost you 600? Why will Bentley and Rolls Royce? Do you see the point? It's still car, okay? It's still car. So the question I want to ask, is it that Toyota is a bad car?
Okay.
Toyota is not a bad car. It's not. So often what you call bad is not really that it's bad. A car is a car, right? Just that those other cars mentioned, they added some luxury to it, and the packaging and the branding, and they sold it for a lot higher.
Yes.
So you could then be. So what you want to ask yourself, Am I with the right customer? For example, why some marketers will tell you that a product is bad? It's because they are marketing the wrong customers. So
Yeah.
you are trying to sell a Ferrari to people who have the money of Toyota, and then you are wondering, why people are not buying from you. For Christ's sake, they don't have the money of Ferrari. They don't. So go and look for Toyota and sell to them. And then in some cases, you are meeting people who have the money of Ferrari and you are telling them to buy Toyota. It's an
Toyota.
insult.
Mm-hmm.
It's an insult. People going to look at you from head to toe and say, are you okay? Me, at my level. So oftentimes there's no bad product, there's only a bad marketer and a wrong, cost audience or potential clients. So you must know the audience, you must know the right people who you are supposed to push a particular kind of product to. One of my biggest problems when I started selling real estate, I used to think the problem was that my product was expensive. But I later realized that it was actually that the caliber of people I knew then were poor people who couldn't really afford, right, what I was selling. So all the time, what you'll be hearing is that what it's too expensive. So today, in fact, people reach out to us and say, your product is quite cheap. As you see, audience was the one that changed. Was
Yeah.
audience change where you could now meet people who had better access, and we had to do that by doing paid advert, targeting certain caliber of people. What led to us being on CNN? It was just purely because I had realized that our product, the list of our product is 2 million. So I mean, to put us on LTV, Galaxy, and even Silverbird and AIT, right? What you'll be hearing when they call, ọjà yín wọ́n gan-an, ó wọ́n. But on channels, because channel focus more on business, is more of the elite that is there. On CNN, I mean, for you to have cable to watch CNN, you must have gotten to a level. And so what you end up hearing is people not saying it's too expensive because you are hitting the right audience.
Awesome. Awesome. So I said that was the last question, but I know people are still sending questions. Can we still take their question? Because we need to
Well,
go.
I'll take one more because I left a meeting to come and do this. So I'll take
All right,
one
sir.
more question.
Okay. I'll take this last question. It says, for one insulin importation, how do you know the perfect product that we sell? Oh, no, we've answered this question. We've answered that the season. We've answered. Let me take the other one. It says, if we can if you can sell to people's emotions, if you can pick the emotions of our buyers over a product, can we sell any product to them? I think you've answered this question just now. He said if you can
So
pick the
I feel basically mini importation, what is selling now, temperature scanner, protective gear, these are things that people, even states, are looking for. Parastatals
everything,
are looking.
everything COVID-19.
Exactly. So you don't even need anybody to give you advice on that. It's just learning to leverage on the season. And so what then happens is a time comes where you focus on building a brand. That's what we are doing. We are building the name GText such that we put that name on anything, even if it's on Akara. You see, we will sell GText Akara. And that's a nice one. Okay,
That's
so but at the beginning you are looking for exploits. You are like an opportunity tourist as an entrepreneur, but a time comes where you've gone past that level, and what you are trying to do now at this level is to build a name, to build a brand, so that it doesn't even matter what you put the brand on, it will sell.
okay. All right, sir. Thank you for coming on board today. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. We still have you on board again very soon. Then viewers, thank you for coming also. Join us again. Like the page, Juice Campaign. Join us again.
Everybody,
Then
God bless you.
for those that want to meet Stephen Akintayo, to his platform, you have his PAs, they will take message to him for. I think someone was asking if he could meet with him. Send a message to him. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming. See you again tomorrow by 4 o'clock on Instagram. Duce campaign. We have the next class, the next presentation tomorrow by 4 p.m. on Instagram. Follow, like, and share. Please share this video to a lot of people that you can share so that they can keep watching it and they can learn from it. See you all again. God bless.